Hi, guys. This is me coming in really quick post filming the episode. I do just want to give everyone a little bit of a trigger warning that this episode does talk about topics of like EDs, body issues, and like that whole realm. So I know that can be triggering to a lot of people, triggering to myself. So I did just want to give everybody a heads up that we do cover that topic in today's episode. If you guys want to listen, if you guys need to reach out, if you guys relate to it, my DMs are always open and you're never alone. So, love you guys and I hope you do enjoy this episode. Ladies, gentlemen, and those of you who have yet to make up your minds, welcome back to my podcast. I did take the week off for Thanksgiving because I had a lot of other things I had to do, a lot of things I had to deal with, some business to attend to, but I am back and better than ever. I am here in my lonesome. We have so much to catch up on. Today is November something. I dead ass thought it was December yesterday, and then I checked the calendar and it still was November somehow. I feel like it's been a literal month since it was Thanksgiving, but whatever, here we are. Still kicking it. I felt so behind on Christmas shopping, but since I realized it's not even December yet and I'm like more than halfway done, that I'm absolutely chillin' in that aspect. All I have to do is get something from my dad, but I have no idea what to get him. I get him the same shit every year. It's like golf stuff. Um, so we'll see if he tells me what he wants because I've been asking too. I do think I'm a little sick. I've been having like throat problems recently. I don't know what they are. I should be going to the doctor. Like my throat doesn't hurt, but I feel like there's something like here, like I don't know what it is. Um, so my talking feels a little affected. And so is my singing, which has been kind of annoying because that's all I do. Um, but yeah, today we'll be diving into some not controversial topics. Just a little more of a deep dive on something I've been dealing with recently. But before we get into that, I need to talk about a topic that I think everyone has dealt with before. And that is somebody trying to happy birthday their way back into your life. Now, I have been on the receiving end of this. And honestly, it's my favorite part of my birthday. I hate birthdays. I hate my birthday. But I wake up that morning and I'm like, who's going to try and crawl back into my life with a happy birthday? Because people do. People take that opportunity. And you know what? I don't even think it's like a negative thing. Like, if you say happy birthday to me, that's like a kind gesture. Like, thank you. Like, I'll say thank you, I'll respond, and typically I'll end the convo there. It gets a little awkward when they're like, "So, how have you been? What are you up to?" Like, blah blah blah. Like, I think if you're trying to happy birthday your way back into someone's life, just say happy birthday and don't try and like stretch out the conversation because you'll be on the forefront of that person's brain just for reaching out, even if you don't have a full conversation. So, on the topic of that, it is somebody's birthday today that wasn't even a situationship. We went on one date like over a year ago, but for some reason, I always think about this man, which is so humbling and so embarrassing. Truthfully, I get it. But today is his day of birth. And I'm like, do I do it? Do I happy birthday my way back into his life? Now, I'm not going to with this guy because I really don't think he's interested, which is like so stupid, genuinely, but whatever. I don't know. I was just like, maybe if I just hit him with happy birthday, he'd be like, oh my God, he's so nice. We should do something again. But alas, I'm not going to wish him a happy birthday. I'll say it here if somehow he wants to watch it. Happy birthday. Hope you have a great day. Um, You're probably not even watching this. So I don't even know what zodiac sign today is. Or we're not Scorpio season. Is it? Are we in Sagittarius season already? Because that's next, right? I'm gonna go with Sagittarius. Um, but yeah, that was my little light hearted topic to get us into a sort of little topic that I've been dealing with this past week, which is something I really haven't dealt with in a hot minute. I think it's because I have a little more free time now that Little Mermaid ended to like be on my own and like be in my lonesome. I've been around people and just like having a good time and not partying, but just like going out and eating and having all this fun. Um, but this past week, a lot of issues with, my body image have resurfaced. And I was like, why? Like, why? Like, here we go again. Here we go again. Now, this is a topic I do struggle to talk about because I do have a lot of guilt when I talk about it, and I shouldn't, because I'm able to step outside myself and really take a look at myself and be like, you are 6 foot, you are slim, like there really shouldn't be an issue with your body in your head. Like you should be happy with the body that you have. And anyone should be happy with the body that they have. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't just be that I'm tall and skinny that I should love my body. No, you can love your body at any state. But anyway, I do realize it sounds a little like, oh, woe is me. I'm so tall and I'm so slim and I hate my body. Like I always fear like that's how it's going to come across when I talk about my body issues. But at the same time, I still have them, as does everyone else. And you know what? That's what I've been dealing with. So we are going to deep dive into that today. So, as I keep this as PG as possible, not going to use any of the big words, but, I have not even purposely been skipping meals because I really haven't. It's not intentional. I just will like look back on the day and be like, oh, you ate maybe once at like noon, and then you wonder why you have no energy, and then for some reason you're not sleeping. So I'm getting hit by a lot of things right now. I'm like not sleeping for whatever reason, which is like also going back to my throat problem because I've been having a little trouble breathing, which is weird. It's really should get to that doctor, but we'll push it off a little bit. Not been sleeping, really not been eating. I just feel so blah as a person. um and I think a lot of my issues with my body are so subconscious because like I said, I don't purposely choose not to eat. It's like my body just like goes through these phases where it doesn't want to be hungry anymore, and it just like turns off that like factor. And the reason why I only eat in the morning is because once I finally get like an hour, 2, 3 of sleep and everything like resets, I'm waking up like ravenous. But also it's not like I don't have a binge problem. I never have, like I've never struggled with that aspect of like eating issues. So I'll eat like a normal sized breakfast and then I'll be like, that'll be mostly it for the day. Like yesterday I ate like a breakfast sandwich, and then I went to the movies at night and got like a bucket of popcorn, and that was it for the day. And like that's what my meals have been like looking like again. And then on top of not sleeping, I feel like I am a hot mess express right now. Like I know the easiest way to like achieve goals with your body and like see results and everything is to work out. And one thing I am very, very strict about myself is when I go through these phases where I struggle with eating, with sleeping, I really, really try to limit any form of workout or physical activity because, yes, that is the best way to change your body, to see results, to feel good. I have been somebody on both aspects, somebody who doesn't work out and somebody who does the extreme of working out. And when I'm in these phases where I'm not eating or sleeping, I know how detrimental that would be to my body to like go force myself to go to the gym. So, as much as I would love to like work out right now, I know that is so unhealthy because of the lack of food I'm consuming mixed with the lack of sleep. Like, I would literally deteriorate immediately as a person if I tried to incorporate a workout routine right now. Um, and this is one of those moments where I'm like, I don't know when it's going to get better, how it's going to get better, because the simple solution is like, just eat more. And like, I wish it was that easy to just be like, oh yeah, I'm going to eat 3 meals a day. I'm going to cook. I'm going to do all this. I'm going to go work out, have a grand old time, and live my best life? So that's my dilemma I'm at right now. And I am somebody who thoroughly does enjoy working out, when I do get in my routine of it, I'll say there's like a point every year where I work out consistently for like 4 to 5 months, and then it like falls off a little bit. Um, I that is like my biggest goal in life completely, is to just have a consistent workout routine. I always say that I don't have to have this crazy workout routine. I just want to be active for a certain amount of time each day, whether that's going on a walk or going to the gym or like taking a dance class or something stupid. Like my goal is always to just be active. It's not like I'm going to do leg day, arm day, back day, cardio, abs. Like, have I gone through phases where my workout routine is like that? Yes. Have I been happy like that? Yes. But there's also times where I'm eating 3 meals a day, consuming a lot of protein, like doing what's best for my body. And I'm really trying to get back on the path to go back in that direction. And, I'm a very optimistic person. And I think that I will get on that path soon. But I think it's also the holidays. Everyone struggles during the holidays, especially if you have eating problems. Thanksgiving is a hard one, Christmas is a hard one, Halloween with all the candy. Like it really is just hard to like have all these holidays that are like surrounded by food when you have such terrible views of your body and don't want to eat anything. Like it is a little bit of a hard time of the year, and um I need to learn that coffee and a breakfast sandwich does not provide for the whole day. Um, I think in my new year, because not to be that person that starts out fresh in the new year, I just know how busy life and my life gets during Christmas time, during November. Like it just gets insane. And I know this is not the time to try and incorporate a whole new lifestyle. And it's not even a new lifestyle, it's just a lifestyle that I've lost that I need to like adapt back into. I know a lot of people give up alcohol when they're trying to go on like a huge workout fitness journey. I am not somebody who really drinks at all though. Like maybe I'll get a casual drink like once or twice a month. So I don't think cutting alcohol out is like really going to change anything for me, because having one drink like a month is not going to, change my body and change my life. I did think about cutting out coffee, which like that is no longer an option. I did consider it, but then I was like, I need to sit up. I'm literally falling in this chair. I did consider it, but I've been drinking coffee daily for mm, probably like 6, 7 years. And you know what they say? Caffeine is a drug. And if I didn't consume it in a day, I will be a miserable, sad shell, more so of a shell of a human being than I currently am. So I do have to keep coffee in the lineup. But I do think I'm going to cut out soda. And like, am I a soda drinker like through and through? No. Like, I'll probably have soda maybe once or twice a week if I like go out to eat with friends, or like I come home late from a rehearsal and I want to stop at like McDonald's or Taco Bell. Like, I'll get a soda. But I think that is the most reasonable thing for me to cut out come New Year, because, water is just so healthy, Like, that's so obvious, but like if I just stop drinking soda, I don't need the caffeine. I already drink coffee. Like, is it just for the flavor? Probably. Like, I do enjoy drinking soda, like, surprise. But I think replacing those meals that I have soda with water will be a lot more beneficial and make more sense in my routine than cutting out like alcohol. Because also, I'm 21 still. Like, if I want to go out and drink, I'm gonna go out and drink and have a ball. Um, yeah. Sorry guys. I really am not feeling good in this episode either. You can see how like probably like pale and gray I look. It's just like the mix of like everything happening right now. Um, I did work Black Friday. I was on register for how many hours is that? 8 hours straight. I did have an hour break, but then I bounced right back. So my schedule that day was 5 a.m. to 2. I had to wake up at 4. Um, it's funny, when I packed my lunch, my hour break was at 9 in the morning, and I packed like a lunch. So I had like grilled chicken and broccoli and rice. And I was like, girl, you should have packed like pancakes or like fucking bacon, or like something. Like, I felt so weird. I was like, girl, it's 9 a.m., the time you're typically waking up, and you're having like a whole like meal prepped grilled chicken broccoli fiasco thing. Typically I would go to the Starbucks in the mall and get like a breakfast sandwich or like egg white bites, but I knew on Black Friday that those poor Starbucks people were probably already going through it, and I didn't want to spend like a half hour of my break waiting in the pickup area because I knew they were going to be absolutely swamped. So, packing my lunch, it was. And you know what? I enjoyed it. Once I got past the fact that it was literally 9 in the morning and I was eating grilled chicken and broccoli, I was like, this is so yummy. My only qualm with this Black Friday shift was the fact that they still sent us shipment on this day. And I'm like, who the heck has the time in retail to process and do shipment on Black Friday? Every single person in that store is occupied, whether they're on register, filling the store from the back, or just like customer servicing on the floor, or like on fitting rooms. Like everyone is doing something, and they're like, here's 40 full boxes of new shipment you have to process. Like, I'm sorry, that's wild and a tad bit rude in my opinion. um However, Black Friday is always a good time in retail. A lot of people fear it, and like by the time like I was getting closer to the end of my shift, I was like, I cannot wait to go home. I feel like I have lived 1,000 lives, deteriorated, and it is only 2 p.m. I need to leave. Like that's how I felt at the end. But once I walked out those doors, I was like, it's a new day. It's a new me. Like, let's get this shit started. So yeah, Black Friday was good. I have been a little update. I have been what's it called? Fully back at Hollister since I left my serving job. Um, which has been a little bit of an adjustment, I won't lie. Because I'm so used, they're just two completely different jobs. Like if you've worked retail and you've worked the food industry, you just know how different they are. Um, the thing with the serving job I had in particular is like some days it would be slammed and I'd be stressed and miserable, and some days it would be absolutely slow. I'd make no money and like have, a decent time. I have a good time with all my friends that I work with. My only issue with that was like, yes, I was having a good time on those slow days, but those slow days were more often than not than the busy days. And I make I made server wage. So I made like $5 an hour, and I wasn't like even breaking even with minimum wage some days. Um, which was really sad and a hard like pill to swallow. It's like I'm going to work, but I'm not even making minimum wage at this point, which is the life of a server, to be completely honest. You have some fantastic days, you have some shitty days. But, I was enjoying the slow days more often than the busy days, because the busy days, yes, I'm making bank, but I am stressed out of my mind. And the people who live in that like town area are not the best people to serve to, in the way that they are very just like pristine and prissy and very entitled. And like, it's just not the people I like to be around serving, to be completely honest, because a lot of them are just ungrateful and rude. So they were all like factors of like why I wanted to leave. I had my regulars that I loved, and there were always nice people, like, to be completely honest, but like more so than not, it was like the shitty, uppity people coming to eat here. So I was like, you know what? It is time for my exit. So, and also it was a money thing. Like, I could be getting a consistent paycheck and make probably the same amount overall if I just committed to Hollister instead of doing both. So, yeah, I did in fact depart the serving world. Will I ever go back? Who knows? To that particular job, probably not, but like serving in general, maybe there's a future for it for me. Again, this place was just brunch, so I was out of there by like 3 every day, which is perfect for my theater schedule because, rehearsals typically happen at night. But also, if I work somewhere serving at night, I know I'd make so much more money probably. Um, it's just not working with like where I'm at in my life right now, if that makes sense. And like with Hollister, they're so good with my school schedule, my theater schedule, and like just so respectful of that, and like scheduling me um not at those times, and like I'm so good at like putting in my availability and making that clear. Um and again, with Hollister, it's easier to pick up shifts too because everyone's trying to give them up. So like even if I'm not scheduled, I am there a lot just because I'm always picking up. Because I'll leave with a good amount of money by the end of the 2 week pay period. Um, and like with Hollister, like yes, it's busy this time of the year, but I'm with like a lot of my friends. I love my coworkers there. One of my best friends in the entire world outside of work, like from high school, from life, works there too. Um, so we have a lot of fun. And like when it's not busy, like in the off season, so like just not holiday or like back to school season, we have a lot of time to just like relax. Like it's a very non-stressful job when it's not the holidays. And I feel like that's what I need because I have so many other factors in life that are making me stressed that I'm like, girl, you just need a little more of a chill job, even if it's like a little bit of a pay cut from my serving gig, which is completely fine. Like sometimes I get a little down thinking about it. Like I would make like 250 on a random day serving, and like I would have to work like 3 8-hour shifts at Hollister to make that money. But like if I make 250 one day, don't serve until next week, and then like have a bad day, I'm not like it's not evening out. Like I might as well just work more shifts at Hollister and get like a consistent paycheck because that is what I need right now. I need to know how much money I'm going to be making for like budgeting purposes and just like life. Like it's easier to know and like have a consistent paycheck than not. Um I think I'm going to end this episode here. I am trying to have shorter episodes for my own sanity and for more people to listen. I know some people can't listen to me talk for an hour. I can't even listen to me talk for an hour when I edit them back. So no hard feelings. We actually had to give like an update on this assignment for class, and one of my concerns for my project was just like I am not really enjoying it anymore. Like I'm somebody who has to go all in at all times. So like I'm making short form content, I'm making graphics, I'm doing this on so many social media platforms. I'm distributing it to Spotify, Apple, YouTube. I have an Instagram account. I'm making TikToks. Like I'm doing all this stuff because I am an all in type of person. Same thing like I was talking about earlier in the episode with like the gym and everything. Like I'm an all in type of person. Like if I can't do it right, I'm not going to do it at all. Like could I have gone to the gym today because I didn't have anything to do? Absolutely. Did I though? Because like what's the point of going one day if I can't go at all for like the next month? Like that's how my mindset is. So I am trying to do shorter episodes so like I don't have to stress about it as much. It can feel a little more chill. And it's easier when I do solo episodes to make them short because, I'm interviewing my friends. Like I just want to sit here and gab and talk with them like for hours and hours and hours and hours, but I can do that off camera. I don't have to record everything, even though I do love the 2 episodes I have with my guests. I think they are so funny and such good episodes. If you haven't watched them yet, my episode with Griffin and my episode with my sister. But yes, I'm going to end this one here. If you haven't followed me on Instagram, subscribe to the YouTube channel. I don't know what you are doing, but you got to get on with that. And yeah, I will see you guys next week, hopefully with like little better updates on how my life is going. Um, that's another reason why this episode is short. I just want to get back in bed. I don't have to put on a happy little facade for the camera with the ring light shining in my eyes. Like to be completely honest, I just want to go in bed, watch some YouTube, maybe take a nap because again, like I said, my sleeping has been absolutely dog shit. So with that, love you all. Thank you for watching, listening, whatever you're doing. And I will see you all next week. Mwah.